Have you ever spent hours wondering why someone hasn't replied to your message? Only for them to say, "Sorry, I fell asleep." Or maybe you've instantly liked someone you've only just met, while another person made you feel uncomfortable before they even spoke. At first, these reactions seem random. But they're not. Every conversation, every misunderstanding, every first impression, every deep connection, is quietly influenced by psychological processes your brain is running in the background. Most of them happen automatically, without you ever realizing it. Today, we're uncovering 10 fascinating relationship behaviors psychology can help explain. And you might recognize yourself in more than once. Imagine meeting someone for the very first time. Within seconds your brain has already started building a story. Friendly, confident, trustworthy, awkward, arrogant. The surprising part: most of that story isn't based on facts. It's based on tiny clues, facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, and even what someone is wearing. Psychologists call this first impression formation. It's your brain trying to make quick predictions before it has enough information. Sometimes, those predictions are surprisingly accurate. Other times, they're completely wrong. That's why getting to know someone often changes how you see them. Your first impression is only the first chapter, not the whole book. Have you ever noticed yourself smiling simply because someone else smiled first? Or crossing your arms right after the person across from you did? You probably didn't plan it, your brain did. This is called mirroring. People naturally and often unconsciously imitate small parts of each other's behavior. A smile, a laugh, a posture, a speaking rhythm. Mirroring helps build familiarity. It quietly tells another person, "I'm comfortable with you." It's one reason conversations with close friends often feel effortless. Without realizing it, your brains are constantly synchronizing through tiny social signals. Now imagine this: you walk into a room feeling happy. Someone nearby is laughing, smiling, full of energy. Minutes later, you notice yourself smiling too. On another day, someone arrives looking stressed, tense, frustrated. Before long, the whole atmosphere feels heavier. This is known as emotional contagion. Our emotions don't stay neatly inside us, they spread. Often without a single word being spoken. This doesn't mean you automatically catch someone else's emotions. But research suggests that people can subtly influence one another's emotional state through facial expressions, tone of voice, and other social cues. That's why the people you spend the most time with can shape your emotional world more than you realize. And we've only scratched the surface. Because next, we're talking about one relationship behavior that quietly shapes almost every close connection you have, whether you notice it or not. Have you ever noticed something confusing? Two people can hear the exact same words, "I love you." Yet they don't always feel the same way. One person feels secure. Another worries they'll eventually be abandoned. Someone else suddenly needs space. Why? Because every relationship is shaped not only by what's happening today but also by patterns we learned much earlier in life. Psychologists call these attachment styles. They're patterns that can influence how we experience closeness, trust, and emotional connection. Attachment styles aren't labels, they aren't life sentences. And they don't determine who you'll become, they're simply patterns. Patterns can be understood, and what we understand we can begin to change. Imagine you're carrying something heavy. Someone you've never met holds the door open for you. Without thinking, you smile. You thank them, and maybe later that same day you find yourself helping someone else. Coincidence? Not quite. Psychology calls this the norm of reciprocity. Across many cultures, people tend to feel motivated to return kindness, generosity, or help they've received. It's one of the invisible threads that strengthens friendships, families, communities, and healthy relationships. Small acts often create much bigger ripples than we realize. Of course, kindness should never become a transaction. Healthy relationships aren't built by keeping score. They're built by people who genuinely care about one another. Picture this: someone compliments your smile. Another compliments your work. Someone else tells you, "You're really thoughtful." Then one person says, "You look tired today." Guess which comment your brain keeps replaying hours later? This is called negativity bias. Our brains often give more weight to negative experiences than positive ones. It's thought to be one reason criticism can linger in our minds while compliments fade more quickly. Long ago, paying attention to potential threats helped humans survive. Today, that same tendency can make one difficult conversation feel much bigger than it really is. The next time your mind insists everything went badly, pause. Ask yourself, am I remembering the whole picture? Or only the loudest moment? Imagine someone cuts in front of you while driving. Your first thought might be, "Wow, they're so rude." Now imagine you accidentally cut in front of someone else. Suddenly, your explanation changes. "I didn't see them. I'm running late. It was an honest mistake." Interesting, isn't it? Psychologists call this the fundamental attribution error. We often explain other people's behavior by assuming it's caused by their personality, while explaining our own behavior by looking at the situation. It's a common tendency, not something everyone does all the time, but it's surprisingly easy to fall into. The next time someone disappoints you, try asking yourself one simple question. Could there be something happening in their life that I can't see? Sometimes, that single question can create understanding where judgment would have taken its place. We've explored 7 fascinating behaviors. But the final 3 might completely change how you understand conflict, forgiveness, and what makes relationships truly last. Imagine you begin to believe, "My friend doesn't really like me anymore." From that moment, your brain quietly starts collecting evidence. They replied a little later than usual. They seemed quieter today. They forgot to send a good morning message. Each moment feels like proof. But something interesting is happening. Your brain is paying more attention to information that supports what you already believe while overlooking information that doesn't. Psychologists call this confirmation bias. Maybe they were simply busy. Maybe they had a stressful day. Maybe nothing changed at all. Sometimes, before assuming the worst, it's worth asking questions instead of writing the ending yourself. Here's something surprising. Healthy relationships aren't healthy because people never argue. They argue. They misunderstand each other. They make mistakes. The difference is they repair. A smile after an argument. A sincere apology. A joke that breaks the tension. A simple, "Can we start over?" Psychologists often refer to these as repair attempts, small actions that help reconnect after conflict. Conflict isn't always what damages relationships. Sometimes, it's what happens after the conflict that matters most. Have you ever listened to a song and thought, "It's okay"? Then a week later you couldn't stop playing it. Or maybe someone seemed ordinary at first, yet over time, you found yourself enjoying their company more and more. One possible reason is something psychologists call the mere exposure effect. When we encounter something repeatedly in a positive or neutral context, it often starts to feel more familiar, and sometimes, more likable. Familiarity doesn't guarantee affection. but it can influence how comfortable something feels. It's one quiet reminder that relationships rarely change overnight. Trust, understanding, and closeness are often built one small interaction at a time. Every relationship, whether it's with family, friends, a partner, or even yourself, is shaped by countless invisible psychological patterns. Some protect us. Some mislead us. Some bring us closer together. And some quietly push us apart without us ever noticing. The beautiful part is that awareness changes everything. The moment we begin to understand these patterns, we gain the ability to respond more thoughtfully, instead of simply reacting automatically. Understanding your reactions doesn't excuse them, but it gives you the power to change them. If you enjoyed today's psychology drop, leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who'd enjoy learning more about the fascinating ways our minds work. Until next time, stay curious.